Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Picture this, you're 65, maybe a little older, and you've just punched your last time card. Retirement's here. Freedom at last, right? No more early alarms buzzing in your ear, no more inbox floods drowning your mornings, just you and a wide open stretch of time to call your own. You've been dreaming of this, kicking back, sipping coffee slow, maybe finally tackling that stack of novels on your shelf. But then, a few weeks in, reality sneaks up. The quiet feels odd, almost heavy. The days stretch out like a road with no signs, and you're left wondering, wait, is this it? Maybe you're missing the hum of the office, the chatter of coworkers, the purpose that work used to drop in your lap every day without fail. You're not alone if that's ringing bells. Those retirement blues creep up on tons of folks, and it's not just you being restless or hard to please. But here's the twist. Slowing down after 65 doesn't have to feel like a slow fade into boredom. What if I told you there are 4 unexpected perks tucked into this new pace? Little treasures that can flip what now into wow, I didn't see that coming. No fluffy motivational quotes or forced cheer here, just real grounded upsides you might not have spotted yet. Stick with me, because we're about to unpack why retirement's slower rhythm can be your secret weapon, not your slump. If you're ready to turn those blues into something golden and find the good stuff in this chapter, let's dive in. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's get into it. Let's set the scene first, because those retirement blues, they're real, and they've got some serious roots. You've spent decades in the grind, 40, 50, sometimes 60 hours a week, juggling deadlines, meetings, and that one boss who always had a quick question at 4:59 p.m. Work wasn't just a paycheck. It was your rhythm, your social hub, your identity badge pinned right to your chest. You were the go-to guy, the problem solver, the one who kept the wheels turning. Then, poof, it's gone. The alarm stays silent, the calendar's a blank slate, and suddenly you're staring at a day with no edges, no structure. Studies back this up. Research from the American Psychological Association says about 1/3 of retirees hit a wall of mood dips or purpose fog in those first months. It's not laziness or lack of grit. It's your brain scrambling to rewrite a script it's been reading for 30, 40 years. Maybe you're rattling around the house, flipping through channels you don't even like, or scrolling your phone for the 10th time, feeling that itch, like you're supposed to be doing something, anything. My buddy Jim, 67, felt it hard. He'd been a warehouse manager, always on, always needed, barking orders and stacking boxes. Retirement hit, and he was a fish out of water. I thought I'd love the quiet, he told me, but it's like I'm haunting my own life. That's the blues talking, normal, human, messy, but it's not the end game, because here's the real scoop. Slowing down's got perks, and they're not the obvious more golf or sleep-in cliches. These are deeper, sneakier, and way more satisfying than you'd guess. Perk 1's a heavy hitter, rediscovering you, yep, the real you, not the employee of the month mask you've worn for years. Work kept you busy, no doubt. It filled your days, your head, your hands. But it also boxed you in. Deadlines pinned you down, dress codes buttoned you up, and that one coworker who never stopped yapping ate your lunch breaks. Now, the leash is off, the cage doors swung wide. You've got time to poke around in your own mind, dust off dreams you shoved to the back of the shelf when someday felt like a fairy tale. Maybe you used to sketch. Nothing fancy, just doodles that made you smile. But traded pencils for spreadsheets because bills don't pay themselves. Or you loved cooking, dreaming up sauces and spices, but settled for takeout because nights were too short and mornings too rushed. Retirement's your blank canvas. Slowing down hands you the brush, the paint, the whole damn easel. Take my neighbor Linda, 66. She'd been a nurse, all charts and chaos, running on adrenaline and caffeine. First month retired, she was antsy, pacing her kitchen like a caged cat. Then she dug out her old recipe box, stuff her grandma taught her, yellowed cards with faded ink, and started experimenting. 6 months in, she's whipping up breads, stews, sauces like a pro, grinning like a kid with a secret. I forgot how much I loved this, she said, flour dusted across her cheeks. Studies from the Journal of Happiness Studies say this kind of rediscovery, reconnecting with passions, cuts stress and boosts life satisfaction by double digits in retirees, sometimes up to 25%. It's not about filling time with busy work, it's about finding that spark of you again. What's that thing you used to love? Painting, fishing, tinkering with cars? Grab it tomorrow. Sketch a tree, bait a hook, pop the hood, and see where it takes you. It's not a race, it's a reunion. Perk 2's a quiet stunner. Deeper connections, not just more coffee chats or how's the weather small talk, but real meaty bonds that stick to your ribs. Work kept your social circle spinning. Colleagues, clients, that guy in the break room who always had a terrible pun ready to go. It was a web, wide and buzzing, but often shallow. Quick hellos, rushed lunches, see you tomorrows. Retirement strips that away, and yeah, it can feel lonely at first, like the room's emptied out and no one told you. But slowing down, it's your backstage pass to relationships that actually mean something. Without the 9 to 5 gobbling your hours, you've got space to linger, really talk, really listen, no clock ticking in the background. When was the last time you sat with your spouse, your kids, your oldest pal, and didn't have to bolt for a meeting or crash from exhaustion? My cousin Ed, 68, found this out the hard way. He'd been a truck driver, gone for days, home tired and half there. Retired, he felt cut off until he started dropping by his daughter's place. No rush, no schedule. They'd sit, sip tea, swap stories about her kids, his road days. A year in, he knows his grandkids' quirks, Lila's shy grin, Tommy's Lego obsession, better than he ever did his own crew. I was always rushing, he said, voice soft. Now I'm here. Research from the National Institute on Aging says retirees who lean into these ties, family, friends, even that neighbor who waves every morning, report 30% less loneliness and sharper mental health. Slowing down's not isolation. It's an invite. Call someone tomorrow. Stay past the how you holding up bit. Ask something real. It's not about crowding your day. It's about filling it with what lasts. Perk 3 is a sleeper hit. Your body thanks you. And not just because you're napping more or dodging the office flu. Work's grind. Commutes that cramped your back, stress that knotted your shoulders, desks you hunched over till your neck screamed. Took a toll, even if you didn't clock it day to day. It was a slow drip, wearing you down like rust on an old car. Retirement's slower pace lets you breathe, literally and figuratively. No more bolting out the door with half a bagel in your mouth or skipping lunch for a last-minute report. You can move when you want, eat when you're hungry, rest when your eyes start drooping. It's not about turning into a fitness buff, though you could if that's your jam. It's about listening to what your body's been muttering through the chaos for years. Studies from the British Medical Journal show retirees who ease off the gas cut stress hormones like cortisol by 25%, dropping risks for heart trouble, fatigue, even that nagging afternoon slump. My pal Sue, 65, lived this. She'd been a teacher, always on her feet, always frazzled, grading papers till midnight. Retired, she started walking, slow, no rush, just because she could, no bell to beat. Months later, her knees hurt less, her energy's up, she's sleeping without that wired buzz. I didn't know I was so wound up, she said, laughing. Tomorrow, try it. Stretch those legs, sit with a real breakfast, nap if you feel it. Your body's been waiting for this. It'll whisper back with a little more pep, a little less ache. Perk 4 is the wild card, the one that sneaks up and surprises you. Freedom to think. Big, messy, unscripted thoughts that don't fit in a memo. Work kept your brain on a hamster wheel. Tasks, quotas, emails piling up like dirty laundry. It was a treadmill, and you were sprinting to keep up. Now, that wheel's off its axle, and your mind's got room to roam. Slowing down gives you space to ponder, not just what's for dinner or did I lock the car, but the stuff that simmers under the surface. Life's Wise, your next adventure, that book you've always meant to crack open but never had the headspace for. It's not about solving the universe or writing a manifesto. It's about letting your brain off the leash to wander where it wants. My Uncle Ray, 69, stumbled into this. He'd been a mechanic, all grease and gears, fixing problems fast. Retired, he started sitting on his porch, just thinking about his dad's old stories, his shop days where he'd travel if money grew on trees. I never had time to wonder, he told me, eyes distant. A year in, he's writing little tales, nothing fancy, just memories scratched in a notebook. Studies from the American Geriatric Society say this kind of mental freedom, unstructured reflection, sharpens cognition and cuts anxiety in retirees by 15 to 20%, sometimes more. Tomorrow, try it. Sit, no phone, no list, let your brain ramble. What pops up? A memory? A what if? You'll be surprised what wanders in when you give it room. Let's stretch this out further, because retirement's not a footnote, it's a whole chapter, and these perks are your plot twists waiting to unfold. Those blues hit hard at first, silence where bustle used to be, purpose swapped for question marks, that gnawing, now what feeling. It's loud because you're wired for go, decades of it, burned into your bones. Work was your metronome, ticking out the beat of your days. Without it, the quiet can feel like a void. But slowing down's not a fade out, it's a fade in, a slow reveal of stuff you didn't know was waiting. Rediscovering you's like flipping through an old photo album. There's that kid who loved puzzles, that dreamer who'd belt out tunes in the shower, that tinkerer who'd spend hours on a model plane. Work buried them under memos and meetings. Now's your shot to dig 'em up, shake 'em off. Linda's breads? That's her reclaiming a piece she'd lost. She's not just baking, she's breathing again, alive in a way spreadsheets never let her be. What's your buried bit? Maybe it's gardening, those tomatoes you swore you'd grow, or strumming that guitar collecting dust in the corner. Start small tomorrow. Plant a seed, pluck a string, feel it out. It's not about masterpieces or Instagram posts. It's about feeling that flicker of, oh yeah, this is me, warm and familiar. Connections, though, they're the slow burn that warms you up from the inside. Work's social web was wide but shallow. Quick hellos in the hall, rushed lunches over lukewarm soup, see you tomorrows that blurred into years. Retirement pares it down, and yeah, that can sting. Fewer faces, less noise. But what's left can run deep, deeper than you'd guess. Ed's tea with his daughter? That's not just chat over a mug, it's glue, stitching years of I'll call later into I'm here now and I'm staying. Think of your people. Your sister who still laughs at your dumb jokes, your fishing buddy who knows your best lies, that neighbor who waves every morning like it's a ritual. Slowing down's your green light to linger. Drop by, stay past the how you holding up small talk. Ask something real like what's the one thing you do over? Stay for the answer. Soak it in. Research says these ties aren't fluff. They're lifelines, slashing isolation by 30% and keeping your brain humming like a well-tuned engine. Tomorrow, pick one. Text them. Show up. Dig past the surface. It's not about crowding your day with noise. It's about filling it with what sticks, what holds weight. Your body's perks quieter but sneaky powerful. Slowing down's like a truce with the machine that's carried you this far. Work's pace. Rushing out the door, stressing over reports, sitting too long in chairs that hated your spine. Beat you up slow, like water wearing down rock over decades. You didn't always feel it. Too busy to notice, but it piled up. Tight shoulders, creaky knees, that bone-deep tired you couldn't shake. Retirement's your ceasefire, your chance to step off the treadmill. No more gulping coffee to power through a double shift or skipping naps because there's no time. You can eat slow, savor that sandwich instead of scarfing it in the car, or walk because the sun's out, not because you're racing the clock. Sue's strolls? They're not Olympic training. They're her saying, hey body, I'm listening now, what do you need? Studies show this ease drops blood pressure, eases joints, even steadies your breath. Real, measurable wins, like cutting stress hormones by 25% and giving your heart a break. Tomorrow, tune in. Sit for a real meal. Sat it. Stretch those shoulders. Nap if your eyes droop. It's not lazy. It's smart. A thank you note to the body that's hauled you through. It'll pay you back with a little more spring, a little less groan. And that freedom to think? It's the wild card that keeps on giving. The one that turns quiet into a playground. Work's treadmill kept your brain narrow. Next task, next call, next fire to put out. It was a hamster wheel, and you were sprinting to keep up, no room for detours. Now, it's wide open, messy, wild, gloriously yours. Ray's porch musings? They're not just daydreams, they're him stitching his past to his present, making sense of 69 years one thought at a time. You've got that too. Space to wonder, what if I'd taken that job in '82, or why'd I love that old car so much? It's not about answers or grand revelations. It's about air, mental air to breathe, stretch, wander. Research says this wandering mind, free of deadlines, sharpens memory, softens worry, boosts your brain's bounce back by 15 to 20%. Tomorrow, carve out 10 minutes, no agenda, no screen, just you and a cup of something warm. Sit, sip, think. What pops up? A memory of your first road trip? A what if about that trip you never took? Let it roll, let it ramble. It's not idle, it's alive, a quiet rebellion against the rush. This isn't a sprint. Retirement's a long game, a slow unfurling, and these perks build brick by brick. The blues hit because you're wired for go, decades of it, burned into your muscle memory. Work was your metronome, ticking out the beat of your days, your weeks, your years. Without it, the quiet can feel like a void, a hollow where purpose used to sit. But slowing down's not stopping. It's shifting gears, trading the jackhammer for a steady hum. Jim? He's past his haunting phase, found a woodworking class, chats with his son weekly over burgers, whittling little boats while they talk. Didn't expect to like this, he says now, sanding a curve. You won't either, till you lean in. Pick one perk tomorrow, doodle something old, call someone close, walk somewhere green, think something big. My Aunt Pat, 70, started with a journal, scribbles at first, half sentences about her garden. A year in, she's got pages of recipes, rants, dreams, grinning like she's cracked life's code wide open. Thought I'd hate the quiet, she says, pen in hand. You might too, till it turns into your stage, your spotlight. So what's your move? Tomorrow, lean into one, dust off a hobby, linger with a friend, stroll for no reason, ponder something wild. Drop a comment. Did it spark? How'd it feel? I'm all ears, waiting to hear. If this vibes, smash that like, subscribe, and yell, I'm in below. Let's keep this rolling. Your retirement's worth it. See you next time.